This is the MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast with the midweek news. Join your hosts, Iceman and Holstera, two law enforcement professionals ready to offer their unfiltered opinions on the latest news from the world of law enforcement. No filters, no edits. So be warned, the content may be upsetting to some listeners. Sit down and hold up. This may get a little bumpy.
My Lord, what's all that noise?
I set my phone down.
You making all kind of noise. Welcome to the MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast, midweek news. I'm Iceman. We got Holstera. And on the phone tonight, we have, if y'all have listened to past episodes, MOTORCOP for Life. He's going to help us out with the co-hosting in the news tonight. The box is still trying to learn shit, and it happens when you're in special ed, and it takes a little longer. And Freebird has a fuzzy hat meeting tonight. He's just over there clowning around. So hopefully they'll be back next week. We'll see. I'm cutting their pay.
Bless you.
Yes, I'm cutting their pay. Just letting them know it's going to be docked out of their pay.
I'm sorry about the sunglasses. I turned on a filter and I can't get it off.
And if y'all watched on the intro, the countdown, we got some new T-shirts available. I can put them on here also. If you didn't see them, these are the new T-shirts that are available. I just put them up there on the Etsy store. We got the Freebird T-shirt. They all have sayings on the back, of course.
I gotta save my.
He's got his.
Mine's the best.
He's got his on. What I put on yours on the back?
Basically, something about I would have to value your opinion to give a fuck what you say.
Yeah, basically, just don't have to cuss words. The box says you don't want to. The box says you don't want to open this box. But anyway, they're all up there. That's what they look like. They're on the Etsy store. Yeah, so if you a fan or enjoy listening to a certain person, go buy it. If you're a Falcon, go get your Freebird shirt. That's mine right there. but that's what they are right there. You never know.
With that photo of me in the box at Walmart.
I might come out with Freebird panties before long. You never know.
Holstera's got some yogurt britches.
Yeah, you don't want to wear those. He didn't wash them. So we do have a whole bunch of stories tonight. Go like and subscribe. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, hit the bells, notification. You'll know when we go live. Like, share it. Give a review on the page if you don't mind. That helps with the algorithm. If you're on Apple Podcast, go leave a review there. Speaking of, ignore that MOTORCOP for Life. I accidentally hit that button on you. We do have a review, a 5-star review on Apple. I'm gonna pull it up and read it.
I'm still trying to figure out who left a fucking 1-star.
Well, they didn't leave a review. Probably some ACAB cop hater or something. I mean, it happened. So anyway, this person, the title of it is called McPossums. From Z Henny 23. It says, love the podcast and how Iceman gets right into the subjects without any sugarcoating. Makes me even more excited to get into my law enforcement career eventually. I might even like the podcast more than Holstera likes the McPossums.
Let me tell you, there's no way, sir.
That is, you must really, really like the podcast.
Yeah, that is a deep love.
Yeah, he would eat a McPossum out of a dead possum.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's that bad. We appreciate it there, Z Henny 23. Keep on listening. That's why we do it. So we are going to jump right into it today. And I guess we're going to let our special guest, and he just got these stories. I did put a thing out on Facebook. It was a little late, a few hours ago, asking if anybody wanted to be a call-in guest. And the only person I heard from couldn't do it because of their department. Said they would like to, but, I can't. So I understand that. But nobody else said nothing. Don't be nervous. Just come on over here and piss people off with us. But we're going to let...
if I could show up, trust me.
We're going to let MOTORCOP for Life start it out with, I believe we're going over to Georgia.
Well, before we do that, I want to give an update on a story we covered.
Headline is Georgia man gets prison time after assuming middle school girl's identity, forcing her to produce child porn and selling images to her uncle. So this is like Jerry Springer trailer park extraordinaire here. Georgia man was sentenced to the statutory maximum prison sentence for a child pornography production and distribution scheme that saw him assume the social media identity of a middle school girl and force her to create child sexual abuse content. Anthony Sparks Brown, 27, a.k.a. Shitbag. He hails from Macon, but he'll be spending the next 20 years in federal prison after pleading guilty to one count of distribution of child pornography in March of this year. Following his release, he will be subject to a lifetime supervised release and enrollment in a sex offender registry. Looks like it started in 2019 when the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children sent the Georgia Bureau of Investigation a tip based on a report originating from Facebook detailing child sexual abuse material communicated between two Facebook users, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Georgia said. One of the users was a 57-year-old man. The other was purported to be a middle school-aged female, referred to by the U.S. Department of Justice as Jane Doe 1, and her initials in court documents. In reviewing the records, the GBI noted that throughout the conversation, she was sending out pictures. This would be the juvenile, allegedly. Sending out pictures that were supposed to be of her, but depicted two completely different girls. Brown's plea agreement says one of the individuals appears to be a 12 to 14-year-old light-skinned black female. The other female is slightly older, pubescent, light-skinned black female. Court documents go on to note that the younger girl referenced immediately above is believed to be the real owner of the Facebook account used by the defendant over the course of several months, spanning between September of 18 and June of 19, to engage in sexual conversations with a number of individuals that resulted in possession, distribution, and production of the child porn. Let's see. In 2018, the 12-year-old was talking to the victim online and sent several nude and sexually explicit pictures of herself. The victim replied asking Brown how he was able to access her pictures. After that, the defendant, Brown, threatened the girl by saying he was sure he didn't want her parents to see the images in question. He then proposed that they make a deal where in exchange for the login of her Facebook, he would refrain from sending out the explicit photos.
Blackmail.
Yeah, exactly. Blackmail. The girl complied, but Brown didn't stop making demands for more sexually explicit material. After that, he repeatedly and increasingly coerced the victim into sending him sexually explicit content of herself. Court document contains several graphic references to the sorts of images and videos. At any time she displayed hesitancy, he threatens to post the images online to ruin her, whole entire life because he's a shitbag.
Hey, Bronson.
Subpoena sent to Facebook in March of 19 would later identify the victim as a resident of Tennessee. During forensic interviews, she relayed and confirmed the circumstances of how she met the defendant, first on Instagram and the ensuing abuse. Law enforcement then followed up further and traced the majority of the Facebook account logins to an IP address in Georgia, where he lived and worked as a lone employee of a hotel, probably the Bates Motel. Brown, in his own interviews, law enforcement said he initially received some of the images from his victim on Instagram just by asking. He later admitted to threatening the victim in order to obtain her Facebook passwords and assume her identity. He also made further threats to obtain sexually exploitative images and videos of the minor. The defendant went on to tell enforcement that he distributed those images to her friends and family members and even sold some of the images to her uncle, which that's a classy uncle there right there, via the Facebook Cash App. He did not sell it to anyone else. Brown claimed the girl started following him, but he left her alone on Instagram in February of 19. But then he later admitted to continuing his sexual exploitation of her after he found out that she was between 13 and 14. Plea deal says he knew what he was doing was wrong and that he had just lost his way. Of course, that's blackmailing a teenager about sexual images has lost his way.
Yeah, that's just. But if you had,
allegedly.
We could call him butt face. Look at the picture of him. What's the picture of him there? Look at that chin. He looks like an ass.
Well, what kind of low-life piece of shit is, first of all, talking to little girls and then exploiting them? Come on. First of all, I'm not saying the defendant's innocent here, but why are 12 and 13-year-old girls sending those kind of images to people they don't know?
Yeah, valid.
Yeah, that's a sick bastard. So.
Did you fix why he can't hear me?
On this poor girl, like she's fucked up the rest of her life.
Can you hear Holstera?
No, I don't hear the McPossum.
That's I don't know why. It might be the way it's running. Okay, see, he wasn't interrupting you. He just couldn't hear you Holstera.
Yeah, I figured that. I was like, okay. Either way, the bodega guy that we talked about in the weeks past that defended himself with a knife and undoubtedly murdered the guy on accident. He has been released with no charges.
Yeah, they did release the bodega guy with 0 charges. After enough people are like, ADA person, you are fucking wrong. You need to...
You know it's bad when even that shitbag mayor was like, yeah, no, he shouldn't be facing charges.
Well, he shouldn't be. So nobody made no comments. What's up, Bronson? Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. You still have to come on. We're going to do an episode with you or something before long. You see what's happening to that detective in the background?
Yep. Pissing on his shoe.
He's getting...
Then you got the Iceman out in the middle of the road.
That is not me. Anyway, would you like to take the deadly police shooting up next?
Yeah,
Holstera? In your yellow shirt. It don't look yellow on here. It looks orange.
Yeah, well, the pickle juice don't look green either, but it is.
This is one of my new shirts, by the way, everybody.
Okay, not sure why that's popping up. Deadly police shooting of 23-year-old black man, Robert Adams, now under investigation. Police are investigating an officer-involved shooting that fatally wounded a black man on Saturday in San Bernardino, California. That cop is fucked. They say the man was armed at the time. So why is it? Never mind. The incident occurred in a parking lot around 8 p.m. and was recorded by nearby surveillance cameras. Disturbing silent footage which shows uniformed authorities emerge from an unmarked vehicle and shoot 23-year-old Robert Adams in the back. Was shared to social media and has since sparked outrage. Is that where the fucking story stops?
That's him right there. It might be a short story. There is. They have the video. All of it's on online. I didn't put video up today. As you can see, that's him right here, and of course all the news people and stuff and his family's out there screaming, and he was unarmed, and he was this, and he was that. You can see in this picture right here, he's got a gun in his hand.
He's got some nice teethuses.
Yeah, they're shiny, but he has a gun in his hand. And another story part I read about is they had a report of somebody in this parking lot brandishing a weapon. So they rolled up in a unmarked car, as you can see up there, and because if they roll up in a marked unit, they're going to take off running. They wouldn't get closer. As they pulled up in an unmarked car,
or he would have started shooting at the marked car.
Well, he started approaching the unmarked car because he's just thinking it's a civilian car, and he raised up the front of his shirt and pulled the gun out in front of his pants. And he was working, I'm assuming, as some type of security from an illegal gambling operation that was going on inside of the building. So when he approached them and pulled the gun out, they jumped out with their guns. He took off running, and in the video, civilians, of course, don't talk about it or they clip it. In the video, if you watch real close, as he's running, he makes a motion, like turns. He turns and starts to like look back at the cops. He has a gun in his hand. So of course, I'm not going to wait for you to shoot at me first to see if you're going to shoot at me. He made that turn like to see where they were at, so he could shoot
so he could point back and start blasting.
So they shot him first. So that's what happened. I say it's got, from what I've seen, let's just say it like this, from what I've read and what I've watched, I don't think they've released body cam footage yet. I'm not sure. But from what I've seen, what I've read, what I watched, I think it's going to be a good shoot.
Well, here's the bad thing. Look where he is. A good shoot in California might as well be a bad shoot.
Yeah, well,
they're going to persecute those
true.
cops. That's
true. But, the guy's running around with a gun and doing illegal shit, and the family's like, he is a good guy. If you're a good guy, you're not out breaking the law. I don't care about his teeth and all that shit like that. I don't care. But he was out breaking the law,
I like them. I wish I had some gold teethers.
Well, go get you some.
Expensive.
But I don't care. He had a gun. He went towards the cops. He ran. He made a motion.
I don't care what color he is.
So he broke the law. If you don't want to get killed, you don't want the police to shoot at you, don't do stupid shit like that. Don't do it. So
play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
That's mine. Nope. You know, I don't think they've been. What's up, Sarah? I don't think they've been. I don't think there's been any riots or protests yet. We'll see. But I think it's a good shoot, and you know how I feel about it. But that's it. We'll see what'll happen about it. I'm sure once if they say it's a good shoot, I'm sure something will get burnt down or robbed or something. We'll see.
Once again, it's California.
Of course, primaries are coming up.
Yeah. It is Cali. So the next one is for me.
He's got a video.
I don't have a video. I did not put any videos up today, Mr. Man. Your little smart ass self. You know, I heard somebody's phone dinging.
Yeah, it's that ants game that keeps popping up on TikTok. I downloaded it. It's fun.
An ants game?
Yeah, like you get a whole your whole population of ants and stuff, and then like build the colony.
Okay. That's... You're right, Kim. Don't do stupid shit. You just don't
play stupid games. You win stupid prizes.
So we went from Georgia to California. Now we're going over to Kentucky. A Kentucky couple says the groom's drink was spiked with Adderall before the wedding. The scariest moment of his life. Billy Engel says he does not remember his own wedding. After sipping from a drink he was unaware was spiked with Adderall. That might be a good thing that you don't remember your wedding.
Yeah.
It literally looked like he was going to have a heart attack, his bride Brandy said. It's Brandy with a Y also. Okay.
Adderall?
I guess it could, Adderall is speed, so, it could make your heart start racing, especially if you're not used to taking it. A Kentucky couple's wedding was ruined, just completely ruined, and the groom's life was put at risk. After she spiked his drink trying to get the life insurance policy, I just threw that in there. It's not true. It's just some satire here. Okay.
This is almost as good as that the wedding planner that put pot in everybody's food.
Yeah. Well, the wedding planner and the bride did that, right? Yes. Yeah. Adderall, Aaron, and they said he consumed a drink spiked with Adderall, and it led him to suffer an accidental Adderall overdose.
Oh, shit.
Footage of the wedding showed bride Brandy walking down the aisle. Here comes the bride. While groom Billy was unable to stop crying. He was overcome with joy. He was either saying, "Oh, my bride's so beautiful," or he's sitting there saying, "Oh, shit, I done fucked up now." One or the two.
I don't know. She's pretty good looking. I'd say he should go with that.
Alex says drugs are bad. I didn't look at the pictures. Said he just could not stop crying. He was overcome with joy that his bride was so beautiful. We're going to go with that part.
Is that serious? He was actually crying?
Yeah, that is true. Though some may have initially found the moment moving, Brandy said she was unnerved by what she saw. He looked like a blubbering baby boy, and she does not like that. She said she only dates men. And if he does that again, it will cause a divorce. No, it don't say that either. I stopped while I was walking down the aisle because I seen his face. And I was like, who the fuck is that pussy? And I just seen him lose control and just sob like a titty baby. It was almost a shock to me because I'd never seen him cry before.
Maybe he just needed a good cry.
I literally stopped walking. His entire face was super red, and he was just like sobbing, crying, like a titty baby. Brandy said she knew it was not the emotion of the day getting her groom, noting, "At one point during the wedding, I looked into Billy's eyes, and he couldn't stop crying. And I said, stop being a pussy."
That's the TikTok couple.
I don't know who it is.
They're stupid famous.
And I had fear in my eyes with a smile on my face because I'm like, yeah, all I got to say is I do. I got $500,000 on this motherfucker already. Life insurance. I don't know if she did or not. Just
no, it was somebody that. Yeah, they actually were live broadcasting.
But they were both scared to death.
Oh yeah,
that he was going to pass out. I literally looked into his eyes and thought he was going to have a heart attack. She continued. Brandy also noticed the man officiating the wedding was acting weird, very odd. Come to find out, she didn't know who this man was. It was not the man that was supposed to marry them. It was Pennywise to claim. No, I don't know. I don't say that either. I had to put the flowers over my mouth and whisper to him, I now pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Engel. You may kiss the bride. And then the person officiating the wedding kissed her on the lips. No, he didn't do that. It's like he forgot what to say. And you could see it in his face that something was really wrong. He's like, shit, I'm in trouble now. I spiked that shit. And this dude's freaking out. It turned out both the groom and his friend had been ordained to perform the ceremony, had both sipped from the same glass. That's very gay, man. Don't be sipping out the same glass.
That's pretty friendly.
Yeah, that's very friendly.
During COVID, Jesus.
We are 100% sure that his drink was spiked, Brandy said when asked if someone spiked the drink. The first clue was that he couldn't remember anything. I thought Adderall was supposed to help your memory.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
A drug test later confirmed that Billy had consumed about the equivalent of 10 Adderall pills. That dude should have been bouncing off the fucking wall.
Yeah, why is he crying?
Yeah.
Apparently that's the side effect.
Adderall can be dangerous when taken recreationally or combined with alcohol, according to American Addiction Centers. Combining with such stimulants and depressants may damage the central nervous system, potentially increase the risk of accidents and seizure. The couple said they don't believe the person who spiked the drink meant to ruin their wedding, but he did.
It was supposed to be a prank because they're like stupid TikTok famous.
Yeah, well, it was the scariest, most heartbreaking moment of their life, Brandy said, and they are no longer friends with this person, and they are going to sue him for $10 billion now. And his name was Hunter Biden. No, I'm just joking. I made that up too, fact checker. Okay.
But in their videos, they go famous because like she'll say something about him talking to a girl or something, and he always just says, "Stop being ignorant. Stop being ignorant." That's his thing, and somehow they became like huge.
What's up, Dan? Aaron says he must have some ADH or something, or he don't. I mean, this dude should have been like not slept for a week after that much Adderall. He should not have slept. With fact checkers, I was joking on that one, on the stuff I was adding in. It's called jokes. Okay, all right. Well, we got the next one. Mr. MOTORCOP for Life wants to take it. Prison officers, I think they stopped some shit or something.
This is out of your home state, Louisiana, down on the bayou.
Yeah, say it right, Louisiana.
Oh, yeah, Louisiana.
No, I don't sound
and if
right.
you spell
either.
it like the president does.
If you spell it like Kamala did, I'm gonna hang up on you.
Down south there, prison officers thwarted a drug smuggling attempt. And Louisiana State Penitentiary correctional officers, God, that's a mouthful, prevented drugs from getting to the prison population on Friday, July 15th. The search of a correctional officer as she arrived at work that morning resulted in the discovery of 16.89 ounces of methamphetamines, which were hidden in potato chip bags.
At least it wasn't in her ass. At least it wasn't up her butthole. That'd have been a shitty situation.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking meth.
Well, look at her. That's her right there. I think she had good prison bursts.
You would think she just put them all underneath her tit.
She's been eating them chips. How you doing, David?
She's 2 ton on the hoof, long way. Anyway, the corrections office investigators detained the 53-year-old Elisa Plessy of Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. I don't know where the hell that's at.
It's in Mississippi. That's a state. Mississippi's a state.
That's
okay.
A beautiful drop.
I was just I know you're up north. I'm just checking.
Yeah. West Feliciana Parish Sheriff's Deputy. God, you got some fucked up names down there.
Oh, yes,
booked
they do.
Plessy into the West Feliciana Parish Prison on the following charges: possession with intent to distribute Schedule II narcotics and introduction of contraband into a penal institution. I said penal. Plus, he resigned prior to her arrest. She was a corrections sergeant and had worked at the Louisiana State Penitentiary since October of 21. How the fuck is she a sergeant in like 8 months?
Well, it's possible.
This is an ongoing investigation and no further details are available. There you go.
Is everybody hearing us okay? Because David said he's not getting any audio from us.
I can hear you.
Well, I know you can. I'm talking about the people out there in live land. They're not getting it.
Is he on TikTok?
No, he's on showing them on Facebook.
Or not TikTok? What the fuck?
The hell? We done got banned off TikTok already. Sarah says she hears it. David, I don't know. Check your volume.
He said he could hear it now.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, Kim. MOTORCOP for Life, who's coming to us on the phone. He's up in one of them old Yankee states. You want to tell him what state you in there?
I'm in Missouri, but we were Confederate friendly during the war. We had our own civil war on the Kansas-Missouri line.
What?
There was a lot of Civil War battles right around my place up here back in them days.
Yeah, man,
like
I'm glad you made it out.
Yeah, me too.
Did he really just call it Missouri?
Well, that's where he lives. I guess that's how they say it up there.
I ain't never heard anybody say it like that, especially if they're from there. They always call it like Missouri.
That's what Aaron wrote down.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is that woman up here that now instead of working there, she's now in. It's the same person. She should have left her hair longer like that, because this right here, of course, now that she's in prison, it might work out good. She can find herself a girlfriend. It looks like she should have left it. She probably ate too many of the chips. Is how they found the drugs in them. I don't understand these prison guards these people have a dangerous job. Don't get me wrong, to do stupid shit like this. Unless some inmate talk you into doing stupid shit like this, we've talked about it before. You have to be a complete weak-minded dumbass to do some shit like that.
Or it was a male prison.
I'm having flashbacks of that prison guard down in, what was that, Alabama or Mississippi?
Which one?
One that helped
Alabama.
Escape. They were ended up in Indiana or whatever.
Dan says you only got some inbred sister liquors down there.
Only inbred sister liquors say Missouri. Thanks, Dan.
Y'all be nice to one another. We're not going to hand their face. Dan, aren't you supposed to be sanding something right now? Yeah, yes, Kim. Don't do stupid shit. People doing all kind of stupid shit. Tony said that's one of them rattle. Here comes the cattle. All right, old Stare, we got some armed men. I got 3 pictures on this one.
Armed man with mask, bulletproof vest, arrested after short pursuit with officials.
I heard in Louisiana too.
Why does it say officials?
Because we're official down here. Whoop, that's not him. That's him right there.
MP Fizzle. It's nice.
All persons.
He definitely innocent. Looks like. Oh, I was going to say, I thought it was the old guy. I'm like, God. Baker, Louisiana. A man was arrested on Monday afternoon after officials noticed he was driving without a license plate on his vehicle.
Gotta have them license plates.
Yeah, right? But never mind. Officers with Baker Police Department observed the vehicle driving through the city without a license plate. After a short pursuit, the driver, Kerry Sanders, 32, lost control of the vehicle on LA 19 at Gore Road, because I know where that's at.
It's right down the road from Huckleberry Lane.
Gotcha. According to officials, Sanders was wearing a mask over his face, and the license plates were found tucked under the cushions of the back seat, along with a child.
They had a kid tucked under the cushions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too. I'm like, what the fuck? That's a big seat.
Child, a bulletproof vest, and other equipment. Maybe he was going hunting. Sanders was arrested and charged with aggravated flight, unlawful use, and possession of body armor. You're not allowed to own that in your state?
I'll have to go look that law up. I'm not real sure.
I know, like, in the state of Florida, you have to have a concealed weapons license to have one, but...
Well, you can see the picture of the gun and stuff up there he had. And,
yeah, but it's Louisiana. Every car's got a gun in it.
But you shouldn't be riding around with the mask and shit. He was up to no good. Look at his hair. I mean, his hair's messed up. I mean, you can just look at him. He's not into personal hygiene.
He looks like a really short
he
man.
Using a product that morning.
He does look. He looks like he's about 5'3".
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, and he stuck a baby in the seat cushions. I mean...
Is that an old Cavalier?
It does look like an old Cavalier in that picture.
I'm surprised they were even able to get in a chase of that old clapped out piece of shit.
Dude, he had that underhood.
Oh yeah, that car is fucked up.
That thing was turboed out. He had one of them mufflers on it that went like a go-kart or some shit when
that's
rattle
why they
came.
really wanted to stop him.
The pissed off bumblebee weed eater, got it.
But yeah, he got locked up. He's stupid. Good thing though. I mean, you see the weapon he had. He could have done some damage with that.
It's like a $2,800 gun.
Yeah, Kim's like with me. I'm kind of concerned about the kid that was stuck in the seat cushions. We didn't even touch on that.
Yeah, it doesn't go into it.
Though, but because the kid was already in it. I think somebody must have messed that story up. It probably had a kid in the back seat. I doubt the kid was stuffed under the cushion.
That's what it said, though. It was tucked under the cushions of the back seat along with the child, bulletproof vest, and other equipment.
But that seat must have been really big, and that sucker have all that shit stuck in there.
What I don't understand is MP5s are usually 9mm or 45, and those are 223 rounds.
You said MP5? Maybe they don't know what. Yeah, they didn't touch on the kids. I don't understand.
Don't touch the kids.
It's like I don't know, but yeah, but that's it right there.
Well, you know they were going to make an Apple product for children, but they couldn't settle on a name because they didn't want to run with I Touch Kids.
Yeah, you're right, Kim. Stranger things are known to happen, especially in Louisiana. We should have Louisiana man like they have Florida man.
Nope. Can't have my Florida man.
This next one here is even better. Of course, I don't have no pictures because this is involving a 17-year-old poor little innocent child. They just no, Dan, I do have a filter. I just changed it. I checked you, didn't I? This is a 17-year-old man, boy, child, because they're juveniles now, and poor thing, he's just misunderstood. They shouldn't have arrested him. I mean, these damn cops are meaner than shit. They just shouldn't do it. What y'all think? Nothing? They're just being quiet? Okay. All right. This is a 17-year-old is on the run, and I don't believe it's a boy. I actually believe this is a 17-year-old girl. This is out of Missouri.
You're welcome.
Missouri.
The police say that she manipulated some handcuffs and got them up in front of her body, which skinny people do that all the time. I'm a big boy. They're going to have to use 2 handcuffs on my fat ass.
No, we use zip ties.
And I'm not going to be able to, if I tried to get my handcuffs in front of me once I'm handcuffed, I'd probably have to go to the hospital because I'm going to pass out from some kind of oxygen deprivation or something like that. Anyway, this is from Florence, or however you say it.
That's Florissant.
Florissant. I was corrected by the Missourian. A 17-year-old girl is on the run after the Missouri police say she managed to steal the patrol car while handcuffed in the back seat.
That's pretty fucking talented.
Authorities say the teen was arrested at 12:45 a.m. Saturday on July 16th following a disturbance involving other juveniles. They make sure she was properly handcuffed and seatbelted in the backseat of the patrol car.
I want to see this dash cam footage.
As an officer continued investigating a few feet away from the vehicle, according to the news release from the police department. While she was in the car, police say she manipulated the handcuffs in a way that allowed her hands to be at the front of her body. She was then able to release her seatbelt, climb into the driver's seat, and drive away, authorities said. There was no partition, which we call a cage. There was no cage separating the front and the back seats because Missourians are supposed to be nice and they don't need cages. Are y'all criminals nicer that y'all don't need cages?
No, but I got a funny story from my department a few years ago that is identical to this story. We'll tell you about in a minute.
Did you put them on the back of your BMW?
Other officers on the scene said, "Holy shit," and began chasing the stolen police car. But
That's a direct quote.
Yeah, but lost sight of the vehicle almost immediately. They found the wrecked vehicle a few minutes later, but the girl was gone.
You know somebody's getting their ass chewed. Police
say she collided with another vehicle before she was last seen running away, hollering, "Fuck the police." Search for the girl.
Dan said she was on TikTok the entire time.
Yeah, a search for the girl is ongoing as of July 17th. Police did not release her name or a description of her. So if you see this nondescript girl, you see some little girl running around with handcuffs on, it might be her. But we don't know what she looks like. She could be green. We don't know. They said this place is about a suburb about 20 miles northwest of St. Louis. And but so if y'all see her, just call 911 and say I think I got the unknown name, nondescript female with handcuffs on. So I mean, they could at least say what she looks like, give a height, clothing description. Nope. Bitch.
I want to see the video footage from inside the car.
She is gone. But she just... Yeah, see what we got over here. We got... Aaron's like just another honor roll student. You right.
Oh, yeah.
Kim's like them dang northern kids.
Better watch out.
I bet shit. They were Kim, they were probably upset. She didn't get enough porridge. Do y'all eat porridge or is that cream of wheat y'all eat up there?
Cream of wheat.
Y'all need grits.
Yeah, girls raised in the
South.
South.
Keep the grits down south.
Oh, grits are delicious. She was probably going live on TikTok the whole entire time, Dan said. She probably was because have y'all ever seen on TikTok the people that are in prison and they're live on TikTok?
Yeah.
And,
no.
And, yes. And I'll get on there and see them and try to get them to admit to where they are so I can like rat them out. And it's like, but you see these girls on there. Well, you're so cute. What are you in for? Oh my God, can we date? It's like, I'm glad you didn't set your what you gonna do? Send him money for some Zuzus? He needs some cinnamon rolls or something. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. So any random handcuffed female, Dan, you need to report that in that state. And yes, grits are delicious. I love.
I'm telling you, she's gonna get eaten by a Colorado vampire.
Yeah, see, even
you don't know what that is. Google it.
Don't Google anything Holstera ever says, people. If y'all listen to me, I'm telling you. I'm just warning you ahead of time. And if you Google it and you become blind or get arrested for somebody for whatever you just Googled, it's your own fault. You've been warned ahead of time.
The MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast is not liable.
Yeah. Yes, we're not liable for anything that he tells you to Google. What's your story?
If they Google, it's on them.
Okay, so this is like 6 years ago before I started there, and it was the chief of police
I'm
at the time.
Whenever you need me.
Oh, shit.
And I have a feeling this may be a good time to do something.
Hold on a second, MOTORCOP. Holstera's got a woman in his office with him over there that sounds like Alexa or something. But she just started talking.
Yeah, it's sitting right next to me. I don't know what the hell.
She just started talking for no reason.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Kim, I think did you get a thing to join the podcast thing earlier? Invite? That would have been me because you were friends with me on Facebook. She don't know it because I send out random friend requests people I don't really know just for I can multitask. That I would be Mr. Peters on Facebook you're friends with. So that would be me.
Delicious.
Go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt you anymore. Alexa, shut up.
You're fine. So the chief goes down to the pawn shop / gun shop in town there because the guy's passing a bad check. He ends up arresting the guy, throwing him in the back seat of the car, goes back into the store, same thing. The guy somehow gets the cuffs in front of him, no partition, jumps in the front seat. The chief notices it out of the corner of his eye. He goes outside to confront him. And the guy throws the car in gear and tries to run over the chief. The chief put 3 shots through the windshield into the guy. The guy took off and crashed into the trees in the woods about a quarter mile away, and then there was a little man up, and I got him.
So he got shot 3 times, and he still ran off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not something you're going to sleep off.
Yeah, it's like
that happened to our department about, like I said, 5 or 6 years ago. So it does happen.
Well, he didn't shoot him with a 9mm, because if he did, it would have blown his lungs clean out his back.
But all our cars now have cages.
That's why with my unit, I don't transport people, because I'm motors because I do have a marked unit, but I don't have a cage in it, so I don't transport people.
Yeah.
Let me see what we got. I think you were next. There, MOTORCOP with the.
Is this the Boston Police Union?
The Boston Police. If you want to, if it's real long, you can like skim over it and just because some of them will get real long. Don't bore the people.
I skimmed this one, and basically, from what I read, 2 police unions in Boston are suing the city because the city's trying to control and limit the amount of tear gas, rubber bullets, and pepper spray from the police department in results of recent riots from all the bullshit outcry over the years.
Hey, take it all from them.
And basically, the council
got the
saying
guns.
that the police union say it's unlawful interference with police procedures and tactics. It's basically the city has the police unions claim the city has a decades-long legal history of passing ordinance to change departmental policy, and the court's going against them over shotgun use, minimum force, and requirements that all the cruisers have to be constantly staffed and have guns in them. Says they have hundreds fewer than the 2,500 required by statute, and half of those don't have shotguns in them. So basically, the officers are trying to get equipment to protect themselves, and the city's saying, "Go fuck yourself."
Well, they don't want them to protect themselves down there.
Well, I mean, it's Boston. That's pretty liberal territory.
Woke places, so it's like.
But think about it. If they took away your taser, your OC spray, the only thing you're left with is a fucking real bullet.
It said activists said the cops were too aggressive in deploying tear gas and pepper spray at a protest turned riot. There's a shock. And May 31st, a protest turned into a riot. Wow, where have I heard that before?
This is what I think they should do. Okay, so what they should do is they should take all that stuff away from the cops, and they should supply. They should have teddy bears, Rice Krispie treats, and I don't know, some macadamia nut cookies. They should carry that in the unit. So when people are getting upset, you get out. You give them a teddy bear, a Rice Krispie treat, and you hug them and tell them,
I think
everything will be okay, Mr. Criminal.
They should get those T-shirt guns they have at the baseball games and throw free T-shirts.
It's like, yeah. It's like, I love you, Mr. Criminal. Come here. Let me embrace you. That's
actually a really good idea. What? You load a T-shirt down inside of one of those hand cannons. And it's a T-shirt that says, the local police department, and you just blast them up close.
Yes, and on the T-shirt it could say, "I got fucked up by the such and such police department."
Yeah. And all I got was this.
And all I got was this bloody T-shirt. That's a fantastic idea. Yes. Oh, Alex did send us text message. Sent me one, and it says, "We have breaking news." This man right here, I'm going to put it up to my thing. It's hard to see. See him right here?
What the fuck?
That guy right there? Right there. See him? This man is a Florida man. Okay?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. This Florida man had got arrested.
No
what did he get arrested for? Do you want to know?
Something to do with meth.
No. This man got arrested after he got caught tranquilizing alligators in the Everglades. But that's not. You want the rest of the story?
Yes.
That he was raping the alligators.
He was fucking them?
He was fucking the alligators.
Oh.
I could see that. He looks like
Did you see? If you saw the picture, look at him. You got to be fucked in the head to fucking alligator.
Well, I thought that too until I've seen them German Shepherds running away from that one guy in Louisiana.
Yeah, I mean, but an alligator, you know what kind of lube you'd have to keep from getting all. I mean,
it'd be a little rough.
Jeez, I mean, you'd be come out raw as all get out. So what happened to your dick there, hillbilly?
I don't know what the inside of a alligator's pussy is.
40 grit sandpaper.
I was fucking this alligator and it was a little rough there.
How did he even get the shit to fucking tranquilize the fucking alligator?
I've never seen a sexy alligator before. I mean, I
don't know, that one that you showed me that crossed over the highway that was like fucking 16 foot long that time.
Would you want to fuck that?
No, but it was a beautiful fucking alligator.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to like whip.
I don't even know how you would have sex with an alligator.
I want to see if he stuck his pecker in his mouth. That's like tranquilizing the shark and trying to have sex with a shark. Right? I mean, just so you stupid.
Don't give people any fucking ideas.
Next on Discovery on Shark Week, Billy Bob raped a great white. You should.
Did you see the one where the guy got into the enclosure down here in Florida and tried to fuck a whale?
Really? That dude must have been hung like a whore.
No, like, you got to look it up. It's SeaWorld. He jumped over the fence in the middle of the night, and they killed him, obviously.
What, the whale?
Yeah, it was.
It killed the whale?
No. Aaron says you carefully have sex with an alligator.
Bronson says you put lips. Look, you can't put lipstick on everything and make it pretty, Bronson. I'm sorry. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. But anyway, that was from one of the listeners on here. He did send the alligator fucker in. So I mean, he just literally
like 6 tubes of lipstick for a fucking alligator.
Right?
It could be really teethy. This next one, I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna give it back to you. This is an update out of Louisiana here. I'm gonna pull some pictures up. We're gonna talk about it on the update. I know where is that. This is about a state trooper. This guy, this fella right here. Where is he at? He's an ugly motherfucker too. This guy right here. Him right there. It's involving this state trooper man right there.
That's a state trooper?
The guy all the way over here with the uniform on.
It's like an old ass photo.
Well, this is an older story. It's an update. This guy Daigle, okay, that's his name. Kevin Daigle shot this state trooper in the face with buckshot. Okay, he could be heard on the dash cam video rifling through the Louisiana state trooper Stephen Vincent right here's pockets while yelling obscenities at him after he shot him. His first-degree murder trial. Of course, I mean, he died. He got shot in the face with a shotgun, close range. Daigle was convicted in 2019 of fatally shooting Trooper Vincent in the face when the officer tried to help. He stopped to help him on the side of the road in 2015. He says, "Oh, I need that. I need that." Daigle could be heard saying as Vincent lays on the pavement next to his unit. "You still alive? You a lucky bastard. You still going to die." The footage was presented in a dual screen format showing both dash cam video from Vincent's unit and footage from a GoPro camera that was attached to the dashboard of another motorist vehicle, Robert Delcox, a Jeep. Delcox is often referred to as a Good Samaritan by former State Police Superintendent Mike Edmondson for being the first person to stop and render aid to Vincent after the shooting. Delco can be heard in the footage from Vincent's unit screaming to Daigle, "Hands up, dude, hands off, man," as he exits his Jeep. He testified on Saturday he took off running toward Daigle, this piece of shit, and tackled him to the ground with his left shoulder. He said he kept Daigle pinned to the ground with his face on the pavement until motorists from another passing vehicle stopped to help. I got a state trooper down bleeding out of the head," they called on the radio. You can hear on the video. He's out and he's bleeding and he's bubbling. That just, if you don't know what that means, yes.
Yeah.
A fellow motorist who stopped to help, Charlie Burser and Sam Edmondson, can be heard screaming at Daigle not to move as they wait for authorities to arrive. Repeatedly, Daigle, this piece of shit motherfucker right here, he asked to be moved to the grass because the pavement was hot.
Fuck him.
You're burning me. Good thing that I wasn't there because he would probably
He still had the gun in his hand.
He says, "You're burning me." "Oh, it's hell. It's hot. Put me on the grass," he later begs to be shot. "Please, please, just shoot me." I'm like, he asked me to do it. I just obliged.
He'd been well done by the time I left.
State police, a forensic scientist within the firearms division testified Sunday that the gun Daigle used the shoot Vincent was a shortened single-shot shotgun with a sawed-off barrel and buckshot, which means the pellets fired dispersed wider and faster than when fired from the length of a full-size gun. She said anywhere from 12 to 16 pellets from the single shotgun shell was fired at Vincent when Daigle pulled the trigger. Paul Berry, chief technical officer of the state police DNA crime lab, testified that blood from Blake Brewer, Daigle's roommate, was also found on the muzzle of the gun because he used it to kill him too. Calcasieu Parish Assistant District Attorney on Saturday told jurors Daigle had killed Brewer the same day he shot Vincent. Captain Beth McGee, who was part of the Calcasieu Parish Sheriff's Office Violent Crimes Division, testified she was among the deputies who discovered Brewer's body inside the home he shared with Daigle. She said her team was sent to check on his welfare after his employee called the office saying it was unusual for him not to show up. She said blood spatter could be seen on the floor, walls, and a couch by his body. The original barrel from the sawed-off gun was also found on a bookshelf because we don't want to throw trash away. We might be able to reuse that shit. The coroner told jurors Brewer died at 2 a.m. August 23rd from a shotgun wound to his chest. He ruled the death was a homicide. They performed Vincent's autopsy 2 days later, said his cause of death was gunshot wound to the head, and the manner of death was also homicide. Jane Dewis, who is a retired supervising officer for the Louisiana State Department of Corrections, Probation and Parole, was previously Daigle's parole officer. So this motherfucker was already on parole. She said Daigle has 4 previous convictions for DWI. Third offense, DWI, simple criminal damage to property, simple burglary, and simple arson. Because he's just a piece of shit dirtbag from, the get-go. She confirmed Daigle suffered from both substance and mental illness. I love how they try to use mental illness when you got stupid fucks like this out there.
Well, obviously,
it's always mental
fucking
illness.
Who thinks it's a good idea to shoot somebody in the fucking face with a 12 gauge?
Yeah. That stopped to help you. When he appeared intoxicated, he was very aggravated, she said. When he wasn't intoxicated, he was pleasant. Her opinion of Daigle has since changed. Before this, he wasn't the worst of the worst, she told jurors. After this, I would say he is the worst of the worst. Well, I'm glad you decided to change your mind on that, honey.
Thanks for your opinion.
Yeah. Dr. Hayes, a board-certified psychiatrist who specializes in substance abuse, testified he was asked by the prosecution team to examine Daigle beginning in 2017. Hayes said during his meeting with him, Daigle told him he had been headed to his son's house with the intention of shooting him in the leg when he crossed paths with the state trooper. There's no evidence Daigle was out of his mind with intoxication at the time of the shooting. Kevin Daigle is proud of his substance abuse use and is super pleased with himself for knowing the species names for the drugs of his choice. He sees himself as highly intelligent and a criminal mastermind. He's going
to mastermind his ass in prison for the rest of his fucking
contrary
life.
to what the defense attorney said in his opening arguments, that Daigle does have some memory of the shooting. I'm sure he remembers all of it. When it fits his needs, he is more apologetic and passive, who said Daigle meets all the criteria for an antisocial disorder. So just put social out of measuring and just take him out. It says he remembers the killings but will claim he has gaps in his memory. He was on his way to shoot his child, yet he shot Trooper Vincent, who was being nice to him.
He was on his way to go kill his kid?
Yeah. Shoot him in the leg. He was just going to maim him. It's okay.
Just wing him.
Yeah. It said they testified that this guy's a danger to society. That's the end of the story. I'm not sure how much time he gets. I would hope he would be on death row, but he probably got life. But there it is. This piece of shit right here. I hope he suffers ass rapes.
What happens to cop killers in prison.
Yeah, he's going to be, he's a cop killer. He'll be a rock star, but I hope somebody just ass rapes his wrinkly ass up every freaking.
So is that him in both photos?
That's him in both photos.
Okay. I was like, they kind of look like brothers.
Well, yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm antisocial too. He's just a piece of shit. I agree with that, Aaron.
Alex said the alligator fucker's angry. Billy says nice shades there, Holster.
Yeah, I put on a filter and now I have no access to my filters to turn it off.
No, I did not hear a beep. Yeah, I would hope they kill him soon too, Tony. And antisocial disorder, my ass. I am antisocial. He's just a piece of shit, is what
Aaron
said. And be awesome if it woke up a bit of his dick. All right, it will be your turn, Holster. We got some suspects.
Suspects accused of racially motivated beating of a 57-year-old woman on MTA bus. The hell is she doing on the bus?
That's them right there, by the way. What's bad is they not bad-looking women.
They just fucking crazy.
They just don't like white people.
Oh, here we go. Queens, New York. A 57-year-old privileged woman was bashed in the head. It doesn't say privileged. Woman was bashed in the head and left bleeding from a severe laceration after a group of 3 women attacked her in what has been described as a racially motivated assault. I hate white people. One of these suspects yelled, according to the police. I hate the way they walk. I hate the way they talk.
I hate the way green eggs and ham taste.
The incident occurred on July 9th on a southbound MTA bus near Woodhaven Boulevard and Jamaica Avenue. Investigators said 3 women allegedly made the hateful racial remarks as they beat the woman over the head with an unidentified object, according to Fox News. They ultimately bailed off the bus after the brutal attack and ran off, CBS News reported. The injured woman was transported to the hospital with severe lacerations and received 3 staples to her head to close the wound, according to Fox News. No arrests were immediately made. I'm assuming they probably never will be.
Well, if they did arrest somebody, they would just get right back out.
Right. The New York City Police Department released photos of the suspects in an attempt to identify them. Well, you would think, like, those outfits stand out. Of course, I don't know what they wear in New York, but that's like a Florida outfit. But
the problem is, it's because of all the stringent gun laws they have in cities like New York. Because if they didn't, if it didn't, a good chance somebody would have had a gun on them, and that old lady could have put a cap in their ass. But when they do catch them, they need to charge them with a hate crime.
No, they won't do that. Because remember, you can't be racist unless you're white.
Well,
that's the new thing. Oh, wrong podcast.
Yeah, but like I said, hopefully they charge them with a hate crime. That's if they ever even catch them. I don't know. Nothing against.
Well, the girl with the green hair should stand out like a fucking sore thumb.
It's probably a wig.
No, they said that their hair's dyed. Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's probably a wig. So,
right.
That could be purple or something by now. So, I don't know. It's messed up. I don't understand why people, especially this young, would want to attack an older lady that's only 60 years old.
Because of the shit they're being fed.
Yeah.
It's the same reason people hate cops now, because the media does nothing but harp on the one bad ones.
Yeah, that's true. I actually, I'm going to save it for maybe this weekend. I got some stories from traffic stops recently, and hopefully I'll probably get some more this week too, but I'm going to save it. Y'all almost got an extra story. Got to come back Sunday. Anyway, MOTORCOP for Life is next with EBRSO.
All right. I'm assuming that's East Baton Rouge.
East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office.
You're just going to skip over the Indiana shooting?
East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office dispatcher arrested after biting and threatening her boyfriend with a knife.
We'll do it next.
What is the story?
Officials say Bria Hunt or Mike Hunt, either one, got into an argument, and the boyfriend locked himself in the bedroom. That's when Hunt allegedly went to the kitchen and got a knife. That seems reasonable. Boyfriend told deputies that Hunt allegedly started using the knife to unlock the door while holding their 11-month-old child. The boyfriend said he opened the door and grabbed Hunt to keep from getting cut by the knife. When the victim was grabbing Hunt's wrist of the hand the knife was in, she bit him on the arm close to the shoulder.
Well,
the victim was able to take the knife away from Hunt, and she allegedly left the house. A little while later, however, she returns and kicked in the door because she apparently forgot her purse.
Bitch, give me my purse.
Then she allegedly returned a second time, kicking in the door once again. That's a hell of a door, by the way. She said this time she was looking for her keys.
Bitch, give me my keys. Purse.
Victim had video. He showed the deputies corroborating his story. Hunt is now charged with domestic abuse, battery, child endangerment, and aggravated assault of the boyfriend.
You know what's bad is I bet
the sheriff's office was called out to the incident. Hunt was fired. The child endangerment stems from the alleged domestic abuse taking place in the presence of the kid, the 11-month-old and the 13-year-old. That's the first mention of a 13-year-old. She worked as a dispatcher for approximately 3 months and had not yet attended the training academy.
No, she should have talked to Precious.
Yeah.
But she had just enough time to access NCIC, I'm sure, and get any information.
They're like, little girl, little boy, little 13-year-old child. What happened? Well, you see what happened was my daddy's girlfriend come over, and she stomped the shit out of him. She even took a chunk out of him, spit it out. Said he tasted like shit, too.
But you know, the thing is, I bet you if she would have left that first time, her old man probably wouldn't have never even called 911.
No, she kept coming back in. It's like, bitch, give my keys.
Where's my purse? The bad thing is most men won't call 911.
Well, I mean, he just got his ass whipped by a woman. She was going to come back a third time looking for that ramen noodle she left over there. It's like, bitch, that's a shrimp flavored. You know that's hard to come by right now.
Oh, and by the way, Lexi heard you talking about the dry ramen, so she tried it.
Oh my God, did she? That woman did. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, if you got any new people listening, I pulled over this couple and I looked in there when she was eating just like she had like opened up a pack of the ramen noodles like they were still in a little like square thing, hard, dried, and she was just biting into them like it was a fucking candy bar. And I was like,
you know, it's a prison thing, right?
Well, no, yeah, she was just eating dry ramen, and I was like, I looked at that dude. I said, dude, you need to stop at McDonald's or something, get your old lady some food, you cheap bastard. She's over here eating raw noodles and shit.
What kind of teeth does she have? Jesus.
It's a prison thing.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
It must be.
What, eating dry noodles?
Yeah, dude, have you ever seen a microwave inside of a fucking prison?
Doing that.
Well, no, I hadn't seen a microwave in prison for a while.
Yeah, they eat it raw.
Well, she was eating it raw. I mean, she might have been in prison. I don't know. But I'm just saying she was eating that shit raw. I mean, it's
anytime you see that, it's usually a good indicator.
Chainsaw teeth.
I
just don't even think. I mean, would that even taste good? I mean, do you take the flavor and pack and just sprinkle it on there like fucking salt or something?
You can, or what you do is
you do that. That's
put the flavoring in the bag and you smash it, and it turns into like a flavored chip.
But she was eating it like in a block.
Probably. I'm just telling you. I know that shit.
It was just a block of. It was a block.
And I'll eat a block of cheese like that.
This next one we got. I did. I'll tell you right now. I did have video on that one, but I closed it out because I was going to do a screen share, and then I just didn't go back to it. We're just gonna talk about it a second. This is another shooting when we get to it.
Well, everybody knows about it.
Well, how you know everybody knows about it?
It was national fucking news.
But not everybody watches the news.
I don't even watch the news, and I know about it.
Well, that's amazing because I send you stories and you don't know about it either. I want to know why all these people keep trying to rob the damn Dollar General store. I mean, it's a fucking dollar store. If I'm going to rob something where we got to go into prison, it's not going to be the fucking dollar store. I'm gonna go to a store that's got more than dollars in it.
Because they hope that when they call 911, they say it's the dollar store, and the cops can never find it because there's 30 of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's one every half a mile or so. Anyway,
what fucking one?
This was in Texas. Family states Texas police officer pulverized a black man before killing him with a shot in his neck. I mean, did he go in the dollar store and get a meat tenderizer or something like that? I mean, a black man was killed in Texas last week by a police officer who pulverized him, according to his family, who called the shooting unjustified and unnecessary.
I didn't hear about this.
According to the police, shooting victim, Roderick Brooks, he went into a Dollar General store and was cited for allegedly shoplifting and assaulting the store clerk. He's like, "Bitch, I told you I want them Pringles. This is me flaming hot one. Give them here." And slapped her and ran out. I don't know what he's fucking trying to steal. It was a dollar store. Couldn't have been. I mean, what's the most expensive thing in there? $20.
$1.50.
I mean, fuck, that's a Dollar Tree. I'm talking about the dollar store. It's different dollars.
Yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to call it that.
No. He then ran into a police officer who would later tase him before fatally shooting him. Brooks's family has asked for an investigation into the incident. I'm pretty sure they're probably investigating. So I'm just saying.
Every shooting gets an investigation.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office stated that the deputy, Sergeant G. Harden, took Brooks into custody, and after he supposedly grabbed Harden's taser, the deputy shot Brooks in the neck with his pistol. Well, it was probably the whole he grabbed my taser and we're right here and he could have tased me with it.
Yep, decapacitate me, take my weapon and kill me with it.
Yeah, so he's like, "Oh shit, this motherfucker get my taser," and he shoots him. So Mr. Brooks shouldn't have grabbed the taser. And if he did, you know what? If he wouldn't have been stealing shit that didn't belong to him, he'd still be alive.
Ding, ding, ding.
Although they admitted that Brooks shoplifted something, the family disputes the count given by the Harris County Sheriff's Office. He was in fact shoplifting shampoo and soap, and then he just left the store because he had to clean his stinky ass. Said Sadie A. Evangelista, the attorney. It's hard to cut up with Brooks. He allegedly used his taser on Brooks, which knocked him to the ground. And then when Roderick Brooks was face down with his hands behind his back, believing he was going to be tased again, and defending an onslaught of punches, the officer took his weapon, and we know the end of this story. He shot him in the neck. So he just executed him. That's what they're trying to say. They're just trying to say he executed him. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
He don't deserve to be murdered like some animal in the street. Brooks' sister, DeMontre Brooks Glaze, added, "Could you see if she went to the the Krispy Kreme donut place and they had to you have to wait, and it's like she orders like a dozen glazed, and it's like, yes, we have a glazed for glazed, glazed for glazed." I'm sorry, it just popped in my head. "For the city and the state to allow this type of racism, I've never seen anything like it," according to the Houston Chronicle. "My brother was treated worse than an animal. Shoplifting does not warrant killing a man." No, shoplifting does not warrant killing a man. Trying to take the cop's taser away from him while you're in a struggle warrants getting shot.
Right.
Okay?
Same thing, they grab a hold of the gun.
The police sergeant has been placed on administrative leave. They also said that eyewitnesses told her that after catching up with Brooks and tasing him, Harden positioned himself on his back and then pulverized him with punches. Earlier this week, the sheriff, Ed Gonzalez, sent his condolences via social media to Brooks' family. He should have sent, "Well, I'm sorry that you raised a piece of shit that was robbing stuff and fought the police and got his ass shot.
I don't understand the concept.
We apologize for that." Okay. So
he's a shitty sheriff.
All right, they haven't released the body cam footage yet. I did watch on one of the videos we were going to play. One of the family's big deals they're talking about right now is a couple weeks prior to this incident, this sergeant who is a 20-year veteran, they had another incident with somebody and they tased him, or he tased them, and they happened to be like on an overpass or something. And when they tased him, the guy fell off. The bad guy kind of fell off the bridge and
he said,
fell like 30 feet to the below interstate and ended up dying. So
Oh, sure.
Well, I mean, if y'all go join the clubhouse, y'all can see that video. That dude jumped over 30 foot, and his fucker was completely fine. So,
but he also landed in the swamp, not in the fucking middle of an interstate.
He still hit the ground. He didn't land in the water, but anyway, so he was already. But they're like, oh, he's already. He's just out there, killing people. You know what? This dude's been doing this shit for 20 years. If he was some race cop, he would have a line of bodies behind him by now. Not just, he ain't going to wait. Well, my career's almost over. I'm just going to go out and start killing people so I can get locked up in prison or something.
Don't you hate when that shit happens?
I mean,
especially in video games.
It's like,
you hit somebody and they fall off the wall. You're like,
you just wake up. I mean, this dude just woke up after 20 years and said, yep, today's the day. I doubt it. You know what? Sorry, your child or your husband, your baby daddy or whatever. I'm sorry he lost his life. But he lost his life due to decisions he made. Don't steal shit. And if you do get caught stealing shit, don't fight the police with it. If he wouldn't have grabbed that man's taser, if he had said, hold up, you got me, laid down and got handcuffed, went to jail, guess what? It's a fucking misdemeanor. They'd have probably just let him, gave him an ROR, slap him on the wrist, and let him go home. But you decided you want to fight the cops. You grabbed a taser, that you could use that against me. I fear for my life. Boom, you got shot. I think this is going to come out, end up being against you. I don't think he used any racial slurs. I mean, he could have. I'm just saying what I'm believing. I don't think. But we're going off on eyewitness statements, which we know them fuckers lie through their teeth,
right,
or make shit up, and a cropped cell phone video. Let's just wait until the body cam footage comes out, because that last quite a few. If I'm wrong or not, I don't remember. But quite a few last ones that have, and once the body footage come out, they're like, "Oh, we're wrong. We're sorry," whatever. But it's like it's proved that the cop didn't do nothing wrong. So that's what I think. What y'all think?
Yes.
Yeah. What you think, MOTORCOP? I think you left. You still there, Missouri?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was just wake up.
He's over there playing with himself.
He did something.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt Holstera. I can't hear him.
The Dollar General it's called Holstera, and of course Aaron says play stupid games. He won a stupid prize, and Dan says, but that never makes the news. You're right, Dan. When they have to retract stories or say the cops was a good shoot, when I find them, I put them out there as updates. But you're right. They don't, the news don't put that out and say, oh, the cops were right. They don't put that out there. Whose turn is it?
I believe it's Holstera.
It's Holstera's turn?
Could be. I'm going to go back and read the story you fucking jumped.
The Georgia one?
No, the Indiana one, man.
Did I skip one?
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Indiana shopping mall shooter shot dead by armed Good Samaritan, police say. The shitty thing is it took like 5 days for them to release that. Multiple law enforcement agencies responded to the scene. At least 4 people, including the shooter, are dead and others are injured following a shooting at a mall in the suburbs of Indianapolis, according to local reports. Greenwood Chief James Eisen said a Good Samaritan with a handgun at the scene killed the shooter. He said 2 others were wounded and are being treated in the area hospital.
That's a good thing. I heard that some people are griping because I think they have some law up there that even though you got a concealed carry, you're not supposed to carry in the mall. Well, to me personally, good thing the kid was carrying legally in the mall because he saved a shit ton of lives.
Right. Because
if not, there'd have probably been a lot of dead people. A lot more than there was. So he's a hero. He's a hero. All right,
yeah,
we're going to let MOTORCOP take the Georgia correctional officer.
Oh, okay. Douglasville, Georgia, 31-year-old female Douglas County correctional officer was arrested after allegedly admitting to sexually assaulting an inmate inside the jail facility.
What?
The sheriff's office said in a press release on July 14th that the sheriff launched an investigation into correctional officer Leanne Lewis after receiving a letter from an inmate at the facility claiming that the correctional officer was sexually involved with another inmate at the jail.
That's her right there.
Investigators said they corroborated the information they received by reviewing security footage from the alleged victim's housing unit. During a subsequent interview with police, Correctional Officer Lewis allegedly confessed to sexually assaulting the inmate.
What?
Lewis was interviewed and admitted that she in fact kissed and performed oral sodomy, aka a blowjob, on the inmate in custody. She was later arrested on charges of sexual assault by a correctional employee in violation of oath by a public officer.
So, I mean, was he complaining that he got his dick sucked or something?
Right. How could this be assault?
Warden, I just want to tell you, Correctional Officer Lewis, she made me put my dick in her mouth. I mean...
Well, I think the story reads it was the bunkmate, and he was mad that he didn't.
Oh, she should have gave him at least a reach around. Yeah, you can't suck one dick without the other one in that close.
I mean, that was the whole faux pas.
Yeah, I mean, if I would have been locked up in jail and I was in my little cell and Miss Lewis come up in there, and she's sucking Billy Bob's dick, and I'm like sitting here, it's like, look, bitch, I've been here for 6 months. How about you slob on this knob? And she's like, fuck you. Oh, fuck me. Oh, no. Okay, we're gonna see who's gonna get fucked, and now she's unemployed. She should have took 2 loads instead of 1. See,
direct, exactly.
See, just being greedy.
Yep.
Yeah, but Aaron was saying the kid that took the shots landed 8 out of the 10 shots at 40 yards with a 9mm. Yeah. That's a fucking impressive shot.
Yeah, he did take a long shot. Dan said that's not assault. He wanted that, and she's stupid.
I'm seeing a trend tonight of correctional officers and dispatchers being fucking idiots.
Aaron said she might have used teeth or something. I don't know. Chainsaw teeth. Yeah. I don't know. It's not helping with her complexion. That's all I got to say.
She needs makeup.
I guarantee you, if you locked up, Beulah could have walked in there and said, "Hey, boy, you want a blowjob?" And they'd been like, "Yes, ma'am, I do." Give it to me now. You the sexiest big woman. You got a hot pocket stuck in that fupa for me? Can you sneak one in next time with that extra cheese on it?
Yeah, it's called an Alabama Hot Pocket.
I mean,
just Google it.
But
bring one of those.
That's just like these school teachers that get caught. I mean, that's because you're screwing a 14-year-old boy. He's going to tell his friends. Unless you screw the rest of his friends, they're going to tell because they're not getting none. All my teachers, when I was that young, had like big facial nipples with hair growing out of them and shit and stuff.
Oh, moles.
Yeah. Mine all looked like the meth smuggler jail correctional employee from the story earlier.
The alligator fucker.
Yeah, that's what they all look like.
No, Aaron, go ahead and Google it.
Don't Google nothing.
Alabama Hot Pocket, buddy.
You don't want to Google that either. Last one is mine, and we're going back to Louisiana here. Great state of Louisiana. Like I said on other things, I got to do another Louisiana crime one. They're not my most popular ones, but we have so much crime in Louisiana, I could do a whole fucking show just on
y'all are getting worse. I don't know what.
It's turning in. I mean, I say, New York, California, people, like I said, I call where you live a shithole or whatever. Well, it is a shithole, but Louisiana's turning into quite a bit of shithole too. Well, the big blue cities we have here are turning into shithole. So, a Louisiana deputy has been fired, and I could not find a picture anywhere I looked of this person. They've been fired and arrested. What did this one do? I think this is actually a dude.
Prostitute?
No. The St. Tammany Parish Sheriff's Office arrested one of their former deputies Wednesday on 2 misdemeanor charges of contributing to the delinquency of a juvenile. The deputy, who had only been employed for 9 months, former St. Tammany deputy with the Correctional Division, I'm going to tell you what one of the issues was right here, is Mr. Nathan Bennett. He was only 19 years old. He's still a kid himself, okay?
Yep.
He allegedly assisted 2 teenage girls in running away from home. The aide came after one of the teens contacted him on social media asking him for a ride. She's like, "Hey, man." He's like, "What's up, girl?" He's like, "If you want to help me and my girl get a ride out of here," she's like, "you're going to get an extra ride when you get where we going." Because I guarantee you that's what he was thinking with the little head, not the big head.
Yep.
Both the girls have been located since then, but the deputy said Bennett was fired from his position prior to his arrest. They're like, "You're fired. You're under arrest." That's pretty sure that's how that went. He now faces 2 charges of contributing to delinquency of juvenile. I hold all our deputies or employees to the highest standard. When a public servant breaks the law, that individual must face the consequences, Sheriff Randy Smith said. It's a misdemeanor. It's like you got tickets for it. Stupidity. That's why, I don't. They got some great young cops out there. They do, but a lot of them. To me, it's harder because when I was 19, I was a stupid motherfucker. I was pretty much a stupid motherfucker till I was probably in my 30s. And if you say I'm still a stupid motherfucker, I'm going to disconnect your video. So, just saying, I'm seeing your mind working. But I'm just saying that's the problem. He is 19.
I wouldn't be wrong.
19 years old. Bronson said his looked like Sylvester Stallone. Bronson, you have sexual fantasy about Sylvester Stallone? I did not know.
So you got to read about one of your officers going to jail. How about we pop down to Florida?
We got enough more stories? I thought we were done.
This is the one I sent you.
Oh. Okay,
Off-duty officer arrested. On Wednesday, Stanley, 25, was arrested by Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office on the charge of soliciting of prostitution. Man was just trying to get laid. To say this is disappointing is an understatement, said Chief O'Connor. We saw potential when we selected him as a police recruit, scholarship recipient, which means he got sponsored through the academy, in October 2020. And again, when he was sworn in as an officer on May 2021. I don't want this information to diminish the positive work being done by the Tampa Police Department. It was a guy trying to get his rocks off. I mean, he didn't go out. He didn't shoot somebody.
He was just...
But yeah, basically, he's on
paid administrative leave.
Paid leave.
Personally, just like I said, we're not PC. Personally, I think they ought to legalize prostitution. I think
the oldest profession in America.
I think they would. Just like they're legalizing marijuana everywhere now. I think it would. As soon as they can figure out how to tax the coochie, easily they would. Because if you think about it, and I'm not demeaning any woman of any way, whatever. But like I said, you take a woman out on a date. You go to expensive restaurants, but that's $100+. Let's say you go to a movie or something, that's another $50, $60. So you could go on a really nice date and spend $300-$400.
Or you can give $20.
And then you're still taking a chance because you still don't know if you're getting none or not. The only person when you go on a date with a woman that knows if you're getting laid is the woman, and she probably knows that within the first 5 minutes of meeting you, and she's still gonna go get the free stuff. All you're doing is cutting out the middle part. You're not paying her for sex. You're paying her to leave when you're done. Come on. And it's either you're paying for the date. You're still paying for it either way.
Yeah. So basically, they hung this guy out to dry. They're really not liking the fact that it put a negative light on the department. Yeah, apparently, the department actually has a policy. It says if you're arrested for any reason, you could be terminated.
Oh, I thought the department said no prostitution.
No, it's just no illegal action.
He should have just went and got a massage.
Right? From next door.
Oh, Miss Horny. So we don't have I don't think we have a lot of massage parlors around here. Maybe in Baton Rouge or something like that they might have them, but they're not real. They're not real. Yeah, New Orleans and stuff like that. What about y'all up there in y'all got massage parlors?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Are they expensive?
I don't know. I don't go.
I was going to see if he says. I was trying to check them.
I asked a dude one day because I was out front smoking a cigarette, and he came out and asked me for a cigarette and told me he had to stop coming here before his girlfriend catches him. And he's like, it cost me $300. And I'm
for
like,
a massage?
$300?
Shit.
Yeah, no, there ain't nobody over there attractive enough for $300.
$300. Oh, that's crazy. You do it yourself for free,
right? I mean, just a can of lube,
It's like, give me a sock and some lotion, buddy. It's like, why are your socks all crunchy? It's like, I don't know. I stepped in something.
Become alive.
It's
Jesus.
stupid. I'm sorry, people. Look, I think got so bad they just shut down on me. Nobody's talking. nobody's talking in the comments. They're like, God, what the hell did I just tune into?
Time for hot nuts.
This dude is crazy. Yes, I haven't forgot the hot nuts.
Yeah, we went from alligator fuckers to rubbing tubs.
Yeah,
I wonder why people are shocked.
Well, we got women bringing tater chips in freaking prison for the prisoner. Yep. So if anybody is new here listening, you don't know, we're gonna vote on the hot nuts. So I'm gonna call some out. Y'all can put them in the comments here, and we'll see who gets the hot
Gator
nuts.
fucker.
Okay. We got the but we don't have a lot of fun. Too many fun. We got the couple that got Adderall spiked, of course. 17-year-old girl that took the police car. We got the Gator fucker.
I just can't believe that's a true fucking story.
Gator fucker for me.
Even as a Floridian, I don't believe it.
So we got 1, 2, 3 Gator fuckers. Bronson said he's voting for Sylvester Stallone. That's not an option. just saying. Gator. I'm pretty sure the Gator's gonna win it.
It's hard to beat a good Gator fucker.
It's hard to beat a Gator fucker. I mean, it's just. I mean, you think why the dude could have done it legally, just going by a pair of alligator boots or something like that.
Well, he could have. I mean, you could own alligators down here.
I mean, but yes, it's just. I'm pretty sure. Well, the Gator fucker has got the hot nuts. Literally, he probably had scratch nuts. But,
I gotta look this shit up.
Scratch nuts. Look at that. We're still giving him the hot nuts. Who's clowning around right there?
You're a stupid.
That's kind of a new definition of an alligator handbag, isn't it?
No. I said alligator hand job, not bag.
Oh.
Baby, what's this?
Motherfuckers.
What's this in my purse? Did you something melt in it? What's this sticky stuff?
You dumb motherfucker!
It's like, yeah.
You're a stupid dumbass.
Can't have cake. Did you look it up?
Oh my God! So okay, Everglades City, Florida. Of course it is. He's one of our swamp people. People have sex with pit bulls, donkeys, and even parrots. That strikes me as odd.
I bet you that'd be a squawking good time.
But this incident is on another level. Rupert Darwin, 59, kept a 12-foot alligator tied and blindfolded for the last month, sexually assaulting the reptile multiple times a day. Darwin is a relatively unknown fisherman who lives in the outskirts of the remote town of 400. Residents say he sticks to himself and described him as odd. Yeah, I would say so. Police responded after a man out of a nature hike happened to walk by Darwin's house and saw Darwin having sex with the alligator in his backyard. Imagine a 911 call. You gotta send like Fish and Game or something. This dude's fucking this alligator.
Just lost your green screen too, by the way.
Oh, it was the damnedest thing I've ever seen, the witness told police. The gator didn't even move. It was like it didn't give a shit that the man was having sex with it.
My God.
Collier County Sheriff responded and arrested Darwin on multiple counts of animal cruelty and one count of illegally keeping a wild animal. Here we go. They actually questioned the guy. Excerpt from Darwin's police report. The gator tried to eat me, and this was revenge, pure and simple. I don't have no sexual attraction to gators, but I wanted to teach this bitch a lesson. I could have just killed her, but that would have been too easy.
That would have been illegal. I don't have an alligator hunting license.
She was getting what she deserved. Darwin also told the police he had planned to chop off the alligator's tail and put her teeth as part of his revenge scheme, and had even considered performing noise torture on the reptile by playing what Darwin described as shitty music over and over.
He's going to put Pink on.
Darwin claimed the alligator had gotten a hold of his pant leg when he was fishing in the swamp and tried to drag him into the water. Darwin was able to escape without injury, but that had set his resolve to get revenge.
My God.
Oh God.
That's what's wrong with the world today.
He was mad at it because it tried to eat him, so he fucked it.
Well, I know you couldn't hear him. MOTORCOP for life. The guy was trying to get revenge on the alligator because the alligator tried to eat him.
Oh, tried to get revenge.
Yeah, he was a revenge fuck.
Oh, well, I mean, I get that.
I mean, oh, you get that? Yeah, so I mean, it does make perfect sense, Aaron. I mean, alligator tried to eat me, so I'm just gonna fuck it. Fuck that alligator.
I mean, I could follow his train of logic on that. Not saying I would do that, but I mean.
Jeez. All right, well, we'll sit tight for me a second. We're going to close it out. Everybody, I appreciate it. The new people, if you're still here, I don't know. I appreciate all the new people on there. I'll put it up one more time. If you're still watching, you can go check out the new T-shirts right here. Freebird and everybody else, they are already up on the Etsy store, MOTORCOP Chronicles Etsy store. You can go check them out. I didn't price them up either unless you like in a 5X. I didn't have a choice. Because I was like, it cost me money to make it, but I think I got everything priced at like $20 basically.
Yeah, they're all real cheap.
And I mean, basically, I mean, I'm telling you right now, I'm not trying to make no money on y'all. I make the profit that is on it is so little, it barely pays for me to keep it up on the Etsy store. I'm not trying to make a profit. I just want the name brand out there and the logo. So like and share it. Those are the new shirts. Go check them out.
The Holster shirts are like cheapest one, so make sure you go get one.
They are not. They're the same price as the other one.
They even come in a weird color of yellow.
They got different colors available. The Iceman are a little bit more expensive, but it's a beefy type shirt. It's a different material, so it's a more expensive shirt. That's why they cost a little bit more. But y'all go check it out. Go like and subscribe. Tell your friends, your frenemies. Come back next week for the live show. Come back this weekend. I don't know. Maybe we'll get a guest on. If not, I'll tell some stories. Either or, I'm going to put something out for y'all. Anybody got anything else left to say before we get out of here?
Oh, love all of you. Have a great time.
Just mourning two officers, a motor officer and yesterday and a local officer to us that got killed. Both of them got killed yesterday in line of duty. So, heads on a swivel, guys.
Yeah, y'all pay attention out there. I'm going to hate more into-watch stuff in a couple weeks. Anyway, be safe. Watch your back. Watch your partner's back. Always tell the truth and remember to smile because Iceman can always be behind you. Thanks for watching. And remember to smile because Iceman could always be behind you. We're out.
It's like I don't have the fucking option anymore.
Give me a second.